All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth with their truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aquat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Don't Get Thrown Off by Other People's Mirth. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson just for the simple fact that, America is opening back up. A lot of people are able to go back outside and have fun and do whatever they want to do. And it's just like people just forgot exactly what happened last year or what's still going on right now. And, you might run into a lot of these people and, you might see them have better success than you. Or, you might just keep yourself separated because at the end of the day, they might be going out and having fun, but you already know what the deal is. One of these days soon in the future, everything is going to turn right back to the way it was, but on an even worse level. And, you don't want to get distracted by that, man, because our fun and our rest is going to come in the kingdom. And that's what we're patiently waiting for right now. We're waiting for our Lord, Yahweh Shai, to return and deliver us. All right. So at the end of the day, you might see a lot of people, just living it up. You just like, man, everything was just shut down. Everything was happening so fast last year and everything, and now you just like, damn, man, what's going on? Like, is this going to last for another 2-3 years or whatever the case may be? You don't want to be distracted by these thoughts, man. You want to make sure that you stay within the spirit so you can keep it moving, because we know through the spirit and by faith that this place is going to be shut down very soon, man. There's too much set in place for it to just go back to normal. All right. We already know that the jab is going to be mandatory soon. We already know that they're crashing this dollar on purpose so then they can finally bring in that MOB. We know certain things are happening right now. We see World War III building up every single day. It's too much going on for you to just be like, you know what? Man, it don't seem like it's gonna happen. Everybody's having fun again. Don't make sure you don't have those thoughts in your head, man. All right, because at the end of the day, their fun is only temporary. All right, especially if they're not part of the nation of Israel. If you're not a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you gonna have a horrible future. Okay, so that's why we always tell them, like, hey, live it up. Go ahead and live it up, man. Do all the drugs you want. Commit all the adultery you want to do, do whatever you want to do, man. This is your kingdom, especially the Edomites. This is their kingdom, man. Let them live it up, man. Let them have as much fun as they possibly can, because at the end of the day, this fun is not going to be able to last. This fun won't last too much longer, because after that, man, they got 1,000 years worth of slavery to look forward to. And that's going to be the worst time in history for them, man, because they got to receive everything double. All right. So let's get straight into the scriptures. Let's get Hebrews 11 and 24. This is Hebrews 11 and 24. And it says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect to the recompense of the reward. So at the end of the day, Moses decided to choose to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season. This is exactly what people are doing right now. They're enjoying sin right now because they're not following the commandments, statutes, and laws. Just like right now, the Sabbath is getting ready to come in later on tonight. The majority of the world is not about to follow this. Only the people that's in the truth are about to follow this. And, when the Sabbath come in, you're supposed to really stay away from pleasures as much as you possibly can. People are definitely about to, have sex or whatever tonight. And, you're not supposed to be doing that. This is the day where you're supposed to give it to the Lord, man. You're supposed to be spiritual. And you're supposed to bring out the calling, blow the trumpet, give the warning, do whatever you can to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah on this day. A lot of people not finna do that, man. They finna what? Enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. They finna go out and do whatever they want to do right now, man. It's Sunday night too. You know how people are, man. This is the last day of the weekend before I got to get ready to go back to work. So let me go ahead and have as much fun as I possibly can before I got to get another 5 days worth of work in. That's how people act, man. That's how people think. They're not thinking about the Lord at all, man. But Moses, what he do? He chose rather to suffer affliction. And that's what we're doing right now, man. We're suffering affliction. We're doing things that's opposite from this world right now, man. You know, it's tough. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of us, you know, we under the curses. A lot of us might not have money. A lot of us might be having family issues, relationship problems, financial issues, whatever the case may be, man. You might be going through things that's making your life a living hell. But at the end of the day, man, we endure it. We don't just instantly turn back to the world for help. We look and seek for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's what we do. And we do it with, and it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High. So you got to remember, we going through the same thing that a lot of other brothers are going through right now, man. You're not alone in this thing. There's brothers all across the world that's probably going through things right now, just like you. Now you got to remember, you see them uploading videos, you see them still staying in the spirit and everything like that. Why? Because they're pushing, man. They're fighting. This is a spiritual warfare that we're going through. So you don't want to have the people of this world that's make it seem like, damn, man, they gonna stay living it up forever. No, they not gonna live it up forever, man. They're gonna be brought down very, very soon. They're gonna be brought down very low, and they're gonna be humbled with everything that's going on, man. Let's get 2 Timothy 3:1. And it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, here it is, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and led captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And that's right. They're never able to come to the knowledge of truth. They love pleasures more than loving the Most High, man. You know, they want to make sure that they feel good at all times of the day. Because you got to remember, you know, just like us, a lot of people got to go to work. They got to deal with their they got to deal with their 9 to 5s and everything like that. And then, you know, jobs are already hectic. As soon as they get off work, what they want to do? They want to make sure, you know, that they able to enjoy themselves. They able to relax and everything like that, man. They want to get the best food, the best liquor, the best wines or whatever. You know, go out to the clubs, go out to the bars, do this, do that. They can finally eat outside at restaurants and everything again. Yeah, let's do that. You know, even though you got to put the mask on when you get there, then take it off while you're eating. And then as soon as you're done eating, put it right back on because you might get kicked out. But they'll do it anyway. Why? Because they want everything to go back to normal, man. They want to feel normal again. They don't understand that when you come into this truth, this is feeling normal. When you come into this truth, this is the actual real feeling of being normal. Because you understand the way of this world, man. You're pulled out of the matrix. You're not like everybody else. Everybody else don't feel normal, man. Everybody knows in the back of their mind that they're doing something wrong, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to change their ways. They don't want to talk to people about the truth. They don't want to talk to people about doing anything righteous, man. They just want to stay doing what they're doing, man. Us, we feel normal. Why? Because we have the true spirit upon us right now. We understand how we're supposed to move, how we're supposed to talk, how we're supposed to handle ourselves with all situations, you know, and we judge righteously according to righteousness. You know, if a Jake gets killed or something like that, you know, we don't instantly jump the gun and be like, yeah, we need to protest and do this and that. We look at the whole story now. We be like, no, hold on. This Jake was out of line. He deserved that. That was judgment brought from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We move differently, man. This is what feeling normal is. And this is what it's going to be on a higher scale, on a full scale in the future. So at the end of the day, these people of the world, man, they're you know, their brains are tiny. They're not using it to their full capacity. You know, they're not thinking outside of the box, man. They're thinking inside of the box. They're thinking about the ways that they've been taught. This world taught them to move and react in certain ways, and they do it. They don't want to do anything different. So always remember that. Since they don't want to do and think differently, but you do, and you are, look at that as a blessing, man, because it is a blessing. It's a gift from Yahweh by Shemi Yahushua. A lot of people don't have the eye sound that you have, you know. So let's get James 5:5. It says, you have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. So let's be patient, man. Let's be patient. Don't worry about, the way that everybody else is living. You might see somebody with a nice house. You might see somebody with a nice car. And you just like, man, I wish I had this, or I wish I had that too. Or I wish I was just in a better position than what I'm in right now. You got to remember, man, this captivity that we're in is only temporary. This is not forever. This is the thing that's going to pass away. And as soon as it does, the new heavens and the new earth is going to come. And we're going to be the rulers over that new heavens and that new earth. You know, we're going to be in those new bodies. The law is going to be written in our inward parts. We're going to receive all things. You know, we're going to have the palaces, the chariots, the planets, the gold, the silver, the wealth, everything, man. The good food, no GMOs, no chemicals, no this, no that. You know, we're going to have everything, and it's going to be to our benefit, man, because the kingdom is going to be established and made and built up for us. You're going to have servants, handmaids, slaves. You know, we going to be on top this time, man. You know, we don't have to worry about being shot down in the streets or anything like that, you know, because we're going to be in those new bodies. What a bullet going to do to us? Nothing. We're going to have spiritual power, man. Another part of the icing on the cake, you know. So let's remember that this time is only temporary, man. This ain't going to be a thing that's going to last forever. The Most High is going to remember us, man. Now, I want to bring this out too, because this is Daniel chapter 1, verse 5. Now, when you read this chapter, you know, it speaks about how Daniel was like, look, man, I'm not about to eat what the king always feeds to the people and everything like that. You know, Daniel was like, look, I'm gonna eat post, pretty much, you know, vegetables, you know, things of that sort. He was like, man, just because, you know, this food came from the king doesn't mean that, you know, it's good for you. And, you know, let's read this real quick. This is Daniel chapter 1, verse 5. And it says, and the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, to whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave it to Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. See, he didn't want to defile himself with that meat. You know, he was like, look, y'all drinking that, y'all eating that. I ain't got to do that, man. Why? Because he had a better understanding what would take care of him. He was like, look, if I eat this post, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. It says, now the Most High brought Daniel to favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed you meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort, that you shall make me endanger my head to the king? Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us post to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children who did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them post. So Daniel had the wisdom to eat better, to do better, and to separate himself from these people. Just, you know, he was like, look, just because this came from the king and everything like that, don't make it right. Don't make it good for you. And that's how you got to look at this world, man. Just because they're doing what they want to do and they having fun and it seems like they're prospering because, you know, they have these certain jobs or they're put in these certain positions and everything like that, especially, you know, like celebrities, doctors, lawyers, police officers, you know, people that probably sold out or whatever, but you looking at them live deliciously and everything like that. Hey, that's what they're doing right now, you know, so they can make sure they get their success and their money and everything like that. But we're not going to get our daily bread by doing those type of things, man. We're just going to get us a regular job, or we're going to do whatever it is that we need to do to make as much money as we possibly can without going off. And then we're going to, at the end of the day, guess what? We're going to be the ones looking fairer and fatter because we're going to keep the spirit upon us to get in those new bodies and become part of the elect, hopefully. You know, we're not going to be defiled with meat and with the wine. And, you know, we read the scriptures, the wine, a lot of times represents these philosophies, this way of life. You know, this defiled bread, man. We're not going to be defiled with those type of things, man. We're going to eat the bread and drink the waters of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And we're going to be the ones that's going to be looking beautiful and nice and put on top and giving everything and get our glory back. And that's what it is, man. You know, we're not going to look at Esau because he's the king right now, the so-called white man. We're not going to look at him and be like, we need to live like him. We're going to be like, no, we need to live like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai because we're supposed to represent his glory. Remember that, man. Let's get Revelation 21 and 5. We're going to close it with that. This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 5. And it says, and he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give it to him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. So at the end of the day, this is what's coming for the elect. The elect is going to inherit all things. He's going to wipe away all the tears from our eyes. He's going to give us that water freely, meaning he's going to give us all the knowledge and understanding of everything that we need to know. We're going to receive all things. Our minds are going to be expanded. We're going to be able to think on a higher level. You know, we're going to be actual guys on earth, man. He's going to give us things that we don't even know and we can't even imagine. So at the end of the day, we ain't going to get distracted by things like, you know, people having Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, Corvettes, mansions, all the chains and earrings and watches in the world. They go to the finest restaurants. They're able to eat wherever they want to eat. You know, they don't have to worry about buying the cheapest foods and everything like that. They can get all the organic things they want. You know, all these different type of things, man. We ain't gonna worry about that. We just gonna be like, look, we're gonna wait on the Lord, and he's gonna give us all things within righteousness, and we're gonna be clean, man. We're gonna be clean, and we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. So at the end of the day, like I said, don't get distracted by the mirth of these people, man, because like it says in the scriptures, the mirth is gone, man. The mirth is gone. They're just trying to suck up as much as they can get right now because they know that's about to disappear forever. But ours won't disappear forever. Our kingdom is going to last forever. All right. So always remember that, man. Just go out, get your daily bread, do what you got to do, and keep it moving, man. All right. So hopefully this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.